They might send it to Moscow, the crooks, or use it to buy weapons. No, I have to make sure it is spent on their hostels.
Hostels? I hope you don't expect me to share their accommodation, Monty. The response had come with a delighted hoot.
That I should see! You in a workers' boarding house, tend to a room, with the smell of nothing but unwashed feet and garlic farts.
That the last words had coincided with the opening of Monty's office door had made him look momentarily abashed, but not for long. As a man, he was too ebullient for reserve, and probably, by now, his recently acquired assistant either had become accustomed to his vulgarity or lacked the colloquial English necessary to fully comprehend it. Elsa Ephraim was very attractive, with long black hair, alabaster skin, and dark, inviting eyes, and Monty, unseen by Elsa, gave a roll of the eyes that was a curse to his advanced years, not to mention a wife who would castrate him if he even looked like straying. Cal had been gifted with a smile, having been instrumental in getting Elsa and her family out of Hamburg, crucially with a lot of their possessions, paintings and jewellery, so they had not arrived in England, like so many of their persecuted co-religionists, as paupers. Their extraction had turned out to be the last in a long line of successes. His name and activities had become known to the Gestapo, obliging him to get out of Germany himself, albeit by a very different route. Not only beautiful, but smart as well, Cal had brought her to the attention of Monty, who had given her a job.
"You have a draft, Elsa?"
Monty had asked. The slip of paper had been handed over, as well as a clipboard and a pen, which had made Monty frown.
"My own shekels, Cal, and I still have to sign for them."
£2,000 is a lot of money, Mr. Redfern.
Child, there was a time in my life when 2 pennies was a lot of money.
I should get out as quick as you can, Elsa, or the violins will start playing Annie Laurie. The girl had been confused, and it showed, it being English so idiomatic it taxed her still limited knowledge of the language. She spoke it well, but tended to get her tenses mixed up.
"What this goy layabout means, Elsa, is that I am a sentimental old fool."
Elsa had replied with a complete lack of irony, her look serious. "My father is at too. He cries often for what we left behind in Königsberg."
"Thank you, Elsa,"
a misunderstood Monty had replied, before handing the bank draft to Cal. "You don't want me to sign for it?" he had asked when the door closed behind her.
"Cal, I don't want anyone to know you have it. And even more, I do not want anyone to know where you are taking it and why. Me paying for beds for a bunch of Bolsheviks. I like it at the synagogue when people speak to me."
"How's Elsa doing?" Cal had asked.
"To my head, she is doing things I cannot talk about. But the girl is clever and diligent. Don't fall for that sentimentality shit about her father, 'cause he's a sly old bird. Right now, if he's crying, it is over the joy of buying a steel stockist on the cheap."
"He's only been here a few months, and already he's gone into business."
"He's Jewish, Cal. It's what we do."
Monty had tapped his head.
"And it is shrewd with rearmament coming."
"You're sure it's coming?"
"Damn sure, Cal. We are going to have to fight Hitler, and you know that better than me. Now don't go losing that draft. Anyone can take it to a bank and cash it."
Chapter 1. As he walked along the Strand later that day, and not for the first time in his life, Cal Jardine had been left to reflect on the effect of coming back home from an area of conflict, something he had done after the Great War, and more than once since. The discomfort caused by both the experience of battle and his personal knowledge of what was happening in the Horn of Africa, set against the palpable indifference of those with whom he now mingled on one of London's busiest thoroughfares. If the people he jostled and passed had concerns about events elsewhere in the world, it did not show. The Italians were busy annexing Ethiopia, using liberal doses of poison gas against spear-carrying tribesmen and civilians, while Nazi Germany, having torn up the Treaty of Versailles, had remilitarized the Rhineland, daring both France and Britain to